Hey, Hoffa homies, it's October 4th, I think. Not too sure of my days. Don't mind the music or the noise in the background. I'm just watching basketball highlights, so that's gonna just be playing in the background. Anyways, like I said, it's October. I'm inching ever so closely to moving. Hopefully, I'm still trying to work out the logistics of like buying my ticket, what day I want to go, whether or not I want to get first class or business class, or just go cheap. The cheapest I can find is on these airlines that I've never heard of before. Like I think it's Hunan Airlines or some Chinese airlines. It's the cheapest available price that I can find. It's basically half the price of what I would normally pay on like United or something. But United, I can get a first class ticket for like 1,700, whereas the United's economy is like almost 1,400, so you're only paying like 300 more for first class. So you know, I'm thinking about that. I might as well, like, if I'm gonna take a long distance flight, I might as well go comfortable, right? And I might as well go with just one airline. That way, you know, the baggage stuff won't be so complicated. I might not lose anything or whatever. So that's what I'm debating right now. But I've said in previous videos that I was gonna do a video cataloging some of my games because I gotta offload it. I gotta sell it or something. It's gonna just do like a sort of time capsule with my favorites, which are basically Super Nintendo and Nintendo games, and then whatever other games that I feel like I need to show or I need to just like remember I had, because it's cutting down to the wire. So anyways, down here, this little brown box here, I have a lot of Super Nintendo games and I just want to go through it. I only have about 6 boxed games, and then everything else is just cartridges. First, we'll just go with the obvious. I got a boxed set. The box is really in bad condition. I got this from my friend Fantastic John, but it's basically the only box of Super Nintendo that I've found ever in the wild. I didn't even find it. My friend found it, but he gave it to me for free. But at least it's boxed, right? It's complete. Everything's inside. It even has the styrofoam. And if you pull it out, power brick, manual, the system, and the RF cable. No controller though. I'll put a controller in here, but yeah, I'm thinking, I haven't decided whether or not I want to sell this or not. I might just stash it for later, you know, for a rainy day, because the box itself is the hardest thing to find, right? Especially if it's cardboard. People are just gonna throw it away anyway. So at least I have a box. My boxed games I'll save for last. But here we go. This is all my Super Nintendo games, and I'll try to start the less popular and work my way up to the good stuff, the stuff that people pay a pretty penny for. So with that said, this Super Scope 6, my Super Scope is hanging up there. I don't know what to do with that yet, whether or not I want to keep it or not. Madden 94, Super Play Action Football, right? And Madden 93. Another one, 93. I think this is the original John Madden. It's just John Madden Football, no number. Top Gear. Hole-in-One Golf. One of the games I used to play a lot is Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Home Alone 2. I used to play this a lot and get frustrated playing it. I've got 2 copies of Home Alone. 2 copies of Desert Strike. This was one of my favorite video games to play. It just has an awesome soundtrack. It pumps you up. And then, you know, just playing a fucking helicopter in Desert Storm, just trying to rescue people and shoot your machine gun and shit. It was always a favorite of mine. This was also a Super Scope Edition Battle Clash, always one of my favorite games. Trashy blockbuster version Addams Family. Pac-Man 2. The New Adventures. Another one of my favorite games, Lethal Enforcers. It's like Zapper, but it came with their own revolver looking thing, pink and blue. Of course, I was always the blue. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego? These games always frustrated me because I wasn't smart back then. Super Battle Tank. This was another one of my favorite games to play. I didn't understand how to play it too well, but I just enjoyed playing it. You know, hunting tanks and stuff. I have here, not 1, not 2, but 5 copies of Super Mario World. There's different variations that I noticed when I was looking this thing up. Right now there's 2 variations. You can see a slight difference in the sizing and the way the words are titled. Like this one is Super and then Mario World, and then this one is a straight Super Mario World. This Yoshi and Mario is smaller, this one's bigger, and the top, as you can see, this one's more leaning to the left. and this one's like more in the middle. Smaller, bigger. So everything was smaller this time, and then they wanted to go a little bigger on here. So that's a little something I found a little interesting about it. But I got 5 copies of that. Another favorite of mine, Mario Paint. And it was cool that there was just so many different things you can do, like you can use the mouse to smack bugs, and you can make music and stuff. Always a very fun game. Really trashy copy of the Rocketeer. I don't know if you can see it very well. Look at that. Very trashed out. I mean, that's the thing about Blockbuster is like, I don't know, man. They just fucking fuck up games with their stickers. Dino City. Dino City, Yoshi's Cookie, Mortal Kombat. This is one of my other favorite games. Is Addams Family, Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, Mortal Kombat 2, Bart Simpson, The Simpsons Bart's Nightmare, NHL 98, 2 versions of Star Fox, Street Fighter 2, The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. Used to love playing this game. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition, a very junky final fight. Prince of Persia, Super Mario All-Stars, Donkey Kong 2, Diddy's Conquest, haha, Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Country, Lagoon, Mortal Kombat 2. I already said that earlier. The Lost Vikings, one of my other favorite games to play. Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? 2 copies of Super Mario Kart, but I think it's the bestseller edition, so not the originals. One of the best games ever, Zelda, Link to the Past, ActRaiser 2, ActRaiser, Turtles in Time, or Turtles 4, there you go, Turtles in Time, Mega Man X, and Contra 3, Alien Wars. Those are all my cart-only games. And now I'm going to show you my box set. Put this in a previous video, but I picked up 2 sealed copies of this X Zone. It's a Super Scope edition, but they're both sealed. Interesting game, but it's complete. It's Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City. It was an interesting game where, like, you play Michael Jordan, and you have these basketballs, like an unlimited supply of basketballs for some reason, that you use to fight enemies with and dunk. It's weird. It's a weird game. Like, one is a fire basketball, and the other is like an ice basketball. I never beat it though. It was kind of a difficult game for me. Another complete game, Draken. This actually was sealed, but then I never played it, but I opened it for some reason back in the day. Silly me. I already mentioned it earlier, but this is a complete ActRaiser in the box. And finally, basically the gem of my collection, like out of every game I've ever had, it's the most expensive. If it was complete, oh my god, the pricing would be just crazy. Like, check it out right here. Ding! But Hagane. I only have the box and the cart. I'm missing the manual. But this game right here is like, you know, the top of the top when it comes to like just regular games. Of course, you're gonna have like high-priced special edition bundle games that like are super rare and limited. But this is just like this was a Blockbuster exclusive that you can only find at like Blockbuster or something like that. But I got one from my homeboy Fantastic John. Thank you, sir. This one I'm probably not gonna sell. I'm gonna keep this. Where can you find this? Anywhere. And it was found on the island of Guam, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. So there it is, guys. This video is running pretty long. I'm gonna edit it till probably half of it because of all that pauses. But that's just the first of the second edition, first video of my video collection. Just the ones that I'm focusing on is the ones that I like. But I'm probably gonna get rid of a lot of those games. Only keep the ones that I feel like keeping. But until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease.